but they have a definite different body shape of them. The stomach underneath them is a little bit harder than the female's arm, so you can feel them. But those fish are really starting to grow. We're starting to see, you know, a lot of the eggs up at the inside. But, you know, and here's an interesting thing for me for like probably the last 7, maybe 8 years. I used to, you know, even though I'm a lure manufacturer, I used to laugh because I get customers. Sambo Barrett, he's a special guy with that too. He'll use every bait in the boat, every color. But what happens, I would use 2 colors, opening night and blue moon in the lake. If I went down to Venice, it was purple with a chartreuse tail or chartreuse with a red tail. But what happened was, this year was the first time ever. I go out that way, and I had 3 new colors come in, and I'll tell you guys this, I have never caught the first fish on a new color. What happens is, I work the bridges, I'll put it on, I make 2 casts, I take it off, and say, I'm gonna go open tonight, I know it'll work. And it's like, I cannot get enough confidence in a bait, even though I make the bait just to keep throwing it, because, you know, I'm a guy that believes when you go fishing, it's meant to catch fish. It's not out that way for a boat ride. You know, I'm the first guy to, when weather gets rough, to say, guys, you don't want to come. You don't want to do a charter because it's rough. And so I'm always confident in opening night blue moon. So I go out, I got a charter coming up. I go out with my dad. We caught 5 flounders and 7 trout in about an hour and 45 minutes, which tells me it's going to be about a 50, 60 fish trip if I take a charter out that way. The next morning I get out there, they got to be back at my house at 11:30, and I'm like 2.5 hours into it. I don't have a bite. I don't have a fish in the boat. I'm casting along the bridge. One of my customers puts on a brand new color I got called Fool's Gold. He throws on out. This guy slaps the water. When I say slap the water, the line goes 25 feet from the boat. When he throws, it pounds the water on him. It's not a nice fluid throw. Hits the bottom, doesn't even reel. He's sitting there just barely twitching on. He says, ooh, I think I got something. Catches about a 3-pound trout. I'm saying, in the back of my mind, I'm saying, blind squirrel just found an acorn, you know. He makes another cast, catches another fish. I'm in front of the boat, so I should always have the free cast, but I move relatively fast. That way everybody can get a shot at a pile or something, and I'm always moving. He catches another one, then he takes another one, and I'm still hard-headed. I'm using opening night. He's got 3 fish in the boat. I'm thinking to myself, well, we'll find out what happens here. One of my other customers put one on. About 4 casts later, he catches one. The guy that caught 3 already, he's got another one. The 3rd guy puts them on in the boat. I'm thinking, if he catches one, I'm switching. In the back of my mind, if he catches one, I'm switching. Like 4 casts later, he catches about a 5-pound fish. This is how you can outthink yourself, Paul. I put it on the line in 7 casts in a row, 7 fish. Now, I've been out that way using my favorite color. The water was perfect for it, and I watch the color of the water. I'm really, I like to change baits according to the color of the water. But it's like, wait a minute, what just happened here? Now, that was the first trip probably in 15 years where all 3 of my customers had a fish before I had a fish. And not only that, I never had a bite. And I catch 7 in a row. We ended up catching 27 trout, 22 flounders that same day, and all on. I got them back at 11:30. The next day I went out that way. I used the Fool's Gold, never took it off my line. Now, opening night blue moons, my favorite color. I sell more of them, but I'm catching them with Fool's Gold and all. And I'm thinking, and we're catching fish. Water's pretty clear. I go out about a week later. I'm coming down the bridge. The water got dirty. The river water's mixing up and everything. I can't catch a fish. I'm using Fool's Gold coming along on it. Let's let me try one of my other new colors. I put it on, 7 in a row on it. 7 casts, 7 fish. And that color, I'm gonna tell you guys a little bit about the color. It's called Slammin' Sammy. Sambo Barrett's back there too, it's named after. You know why I named it after Sam? I'm gonna tell you why. Not only that he's a good guy, but when he flips the fish, he slams him up against the boat. So it's like, anybody who slams the fish on the boat has to get a fish named, a lure made after. If I named it Slammin' Sammy. So now what's happened to us, me and Greg Schumberg work alongside each other all the time. And as we work in the bridges and all the time, when we get into that clear water, and when I call it clear water, I'm saying, when you can see the bait like 3 feet down in the water, we switch it to the Fool's Gold. As soon as that water dirties up, we go to the Slammin' Sammy. And it has worked probably now for the last 3 weeks. That's the only way we're fished. Ed Sexton the other day, he calls me up and said he needs some Fool's Gold. He was down in Venice and all to him. Alvarez came over today and picked up some Fool's Gold. So this is sad. But I mean,